Hello again. Ever wanted your watch to talk to you, or have you ever just wanted to play Dick Tracy and ask your watch questions? Well, the folks over at Amazfit thought of that very thing with Zepp Flow, and it was released to the Amazfit Balance. As far as the other watches, that's coming along soon here in the US. I live in Utah. Yes, it's available. I've been using it for several days now. Let me show you what I've learned. There's a lot of questions. I don't want to say a plethora. Pretty close. Pretty darn close. And really, all you have to do is do a long press. Hear that? What's my step count? 7,394. Rotate. With just the click of a button, you'll see the Zepp Flow button, and you can click on it or you can wait. What's my sleep score? Oh, see, it's checking all the time. There we go. And then we can do fun things like this, where let's say you're in a different part of the OS of the watch. You can long press. Take me to the watch face, which can be really useful when you're in, okay, that sometimes it gets confused, just like Alexis and Siri. How'd I sleep last night? What was my sleep score? There we go. What's my readiness? You can also set an alarm for 9 a.m. So it's telling me that the alarms are full. Open alarms. You can open any app pretty much. So I can just delete that. And now we can try that again. Set an alarm for 7 a.m. Now let's try tasks. Remind me to brush my teeth every morning, 7 a.m. Okay, so it's an alarm. So let's try some of the ones they suggest. So you can automatically enable sleep mode. Enable sleep mode. Turn on sleep mode. Or maybe not. Turn on do not disturb. Turn up the brightness 50%. See how bright the screen got? Decrease volume 50%. Turn down the volume 10%. Turn down the volume 20%. Pretty cool, right? Workouts. Start walking. Ah, it knows I'm already in a workout. Good job, Zepp Flow. Open one tap measure. And then we can, this one I've tried before. Let me see if it'll do it this time. And you can also just tap right here. Turn on lock my screen. There we go. It just locked my screen. How many steps did I take yesterday? That's pretty cool. How many steps did I take last week? Interesting. What's my sleep score average? What's my average sleep score? Not yet anyway. And then we can auto check heart rate. What's my heart rate? So it automatically brings up my heart rate. Check my heart rate. Ooh. Open heart rate. And then it opens the app, and then I can quickly measure my heart rate. Very cool. And then you can also do begin HIIT workout, turn on auto brightness, turn on theater mode. Let's try that one. This one's really useful. Turn on theater mode, because that dims the screen and mutes. So let's see if it truly muted it. Decrease volume to 10%. When you enable theater mode, it's actually supposed to mute the phone, so it didn't do that. But that's okay. It's still a work in progress. Some of my favorite ones are set an alarm, setting the timer. So right here, set timer, 45 minutes. And it automatically set the timer. Pretty cool, right? So you can control the brightness, you control modes, you can do keep screen on. Let's try that one. So I keep on having to unlock the watch. Let's see if it can disable the lock. Disable lock screen. Setup failed. Can you say it again? Turn off lock screen. Disable lock screen. I got that to work earlier. I played around a little more with the settings, and I could not get it. You can enable the screen lock, but you can't turn off the screen lock. So I'll submit that. I'm part of this Discord group with the new Zepp Flow. So right now we're on version, the third revision of it. They're making it better and better, more consistent, a little snappier. Now, this watch is the newest one that I have from Amazfit. They have another one, an active one. This one's over a year old. I just checked. It is updating. They're pushing a system update that will have updates about a questionnaire for the Zepp coach, optimized data display on the pause operation, added divider lines to the data page, optimized the pause button during workout, added GPS time calibration on the watch, added app heart rate push supported to third-party devices, cycling computers, treadmills, and whatnot. Supported skiing, snowboarding, and downhill skiing workouts. That's cool. And nothing about Zepp Flow. Now this one does have offline as well still, and it still works even though Zepp Flow is enabled. So watch this. If I turn off the lock and I don't push any button, open workout. See how cool that is? And there's a whole bunch of offline voice commands, which I've actually been using for the better part of 3 or 4 months. And that also works on the Cheetah Pro. The Cheetah Pro, I believe, will then be the next one to get the, I don't know. More watches are going to be getting. I really hope they enable it for the Falcon, but if this doesn't have a microphone, it's not going to work very well. I'm also going to pair some headphones with them. I could not find them. They're somewhere in the house. On that note, you don't have to speak very loudly when you're giving those commands. What's my readiness score? It is very pretty when it's thinking. I really like that graphic. So dev team, good job. Okay, maybe I do need to speak a little more loudly. What's my battery? How many days of battery left? So it doesn't have battery estimates, and I think that's something that's coming soon. So as far as Zepp Flow, does it require Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, both? The answer is both. You need to have Bluetooth enabled, and your phone needs to have internet. I've tried it, all the different scenarios, and yeah, it doesn't work that way, but the offline messages will still work even if you have Bluetooth disabled. So I can turn off Bluetooth right there, and I just talk to it. See, and that's the offline. So now if I enable Bluetooth, set timer 5 minutes, and it should air out because I already have a timer set. Yep, open timer. There we go. So if I kill that timer, set timer 5 minutes. Now if I turn off the volume all the way, all I get is a nice vibration when it initiates. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Oh, I'm glad they put that in there. Now that's interesting, right? That it turns up the volume automatically when you start using Zepp Flow. I don't know if I like that feature or not. How much battery life does using Zepp Flow suck up? That's a good question. I don't really know, but I've been using it a lot, and I've had a workout paused and maybe a few more percent. But there is this app that I've been using for several weeks, and it works pretty good. Because Zepp OS doesn't include the battery life estimate, this app is called Power Life, and it kind of gives me an estimate. I have 1 day and 3 hours left. There you go. Zepp Flow. I think it's pretty fun, especially with the timers. I really like timers, especially when I'm in the kitchen. So it's Zepp OS 3.88, and then this watch is running 3.17, I believe. 3.17.63 algorithm, Zepp OS 3.5, and this one is getting version 9. Downloading. So they're still supporting the Falcon, but they decided to push Zepp Flow to the Balance, which I really, really like. What's my workout status? So it takes me right to the app. Am I ready to run? Now, the other cool thing is the Balance has Alexa built in. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A woodchuck would chuck all the wood he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
So questions that Zepp Flow can't answer, Alexa can, but likewise, Alexa doesn't know my steps. How many steps have I taken?
Sorry, I'm having trouble accessing your A4A prod na skill right now.
What's the weather in Paris, France?
Currently, in Paris, France, it's 45 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies.
Now I can ask the same question to Zepp Flow. What's the weather in Paris, France? It's not talking back yet like Alexa and Siri and Google will. But still, pretty cool that you can check weather in different cities. What's the weather in Portland, Oregon? And everyone's favorite question, is it raining? Let's try a funny one. Is there a chance of... Ooh. And that's what the timer looks like. Is it cloudy with a chance of meatballs? That's fun. Let's see how Amazon's AI handles that. Is it cloudy with a chance of meatballs?
Currently, in Spanish Fork, it's 28.
Nope. What's my heart rate?
Sorry, I'm having trouble accessing your A4A.
Open blood oxygen? What? I didn't know there was a limit. When did that happen? Turn up the brightness. All right. And that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.